Hi again, welcome to our presentation. And today's topic is hiring experience from Ingeus, Zurich. And I would like to give the word to Micha. Hello, Micha.
Добрий день. Я не говорю українською, so let me continue in English and present the agenda. The agenda of today is what really matters when you are looking for a job, and on the other side, what are the employer's expectations. We will start with greetings from Natalia, and then comes the introduction of PowerHelp and Ingeus, as well as the speakers. And then we go into deep, talking about the hiring process, taking the employer's perspective, which is the most important thing, I think, for your side, the right profiling for the position that fits best and the right motivation, the application, the employer's advice for participants, and what really matters in the interview and what doubts the employers might have and why. What could be interesting for a job start, so the probation period and work permission. And after that, we will have discussions and questions.
So we go to the greeting from founder of PowerHelp Zug, Natalia. And yes.
Vera, I think we don't have...
What?
It was
What's wrong?
problems with the sound. I don't know if you...
I tried to make it louder, but I'm not sure that is possible.
Oh, fortunately, we don't have...
So Natalia is singing and nobody hears her. That's a pity. That is a pity.
Now it's working not?
No, we don't hear. But you
so
hear
maybe we skip
the
it.
sound.
Yes, I hear the sound.
Okay.
I think you need to unmute yourself, and after that we will hear the sound.
Thank you, Nadia, for your help. But I don't know if
You'll see the...
Put translate this video.
Or yes, maybe with subtitles, if it's possible.
No? How do you say what I have to do? I have to mute myself. But I have to escape from sharing.
I can mute.
Or we skip it.
Yes, just maybe Vera will try on it once again, and yeah, we'll continue if it's not working. So, Vera, you are mute now, and we don't see the video. No, it's not working. So yeah, Vera, let's skip it. And you need to unmute yourself because you are mute now. Yes.
So then I say something about PowerHelp Zug.
Yes.
We are the non-profit organization who started their activities in May 2022, and our main aim is supporting Ukrainian in job-seeking process. We make that with supporting with some events, seminars and others, and the main part of support is working with mentors. So we are working on a volunteering basis, and for Ukrainian participants with status S, it's free of pay. And Power Hub Zug based in Zug, but mostly our events goes online. And now I give the words to Micha and about presentation about Ingeus.
Thank you. Ingeus, as an international company founded in Australia 30 years ago, is active in 10 countries with 1,200 job offices, like we have this one in Zurich, where we are located. The diversity and the tolerance of our multicultural society is reflected in all aspects of our daily work. In Zurich, Zurich provided accredited integration programs for refugees, and we are working together with the SVR that you might know for 15 years about. Clients from other countries, from other cantons, we support remote. And we have about 71% of our clients who said in a survey that they found a job with us. So this is quite a good ratio, I think. So now I see Vera, but I don't see the presentation.
Sorry, something happened.
So this is all I can say about Ingeus, and we can continue now with the presentation. We can go to the next slide.
Yes. About me, I'm that happy person who is employed by Ingeus again. So I'm Vera, and somebody of you already know me. In Ingeus, I work as job coach, and in Power Hub Zug, I support as coordinator. My previous work was in HR branch, and I also start my job seeking process from Power Hub Zug. I was a mentee on a second wave.
My name is Michael, and I'm the employer and the team manager here of Zurich, Ingeus Zurich.
So yes, now we go to the our main topic, and
let's in the first place talk about the right profiling for the position that fits best. And when we talk about the right profiling, then one thing is very important to understand is what is the requirement of the employer, because a lot of people very often think that their profile is top, and if they just put in focus what they think they know best, then this is one approach, but not the really successful, because if your profile doesn't meet the expectations, then it doesn't help you. And the most important thing is to understand the real and important requirements by the employer. So it is, and it stays and it remains the most important topic here. It doesn't really matter if you are good in English, if you're good in Russian and Ukrainian. That of course is anyway the case, but it is the German language skill at a level of C1 or close to it, and this you need to prove. It is not only on the paper that it is be written, but you have to show in the discussion that you're really able to have a good level to discuss. Of course, it depends on what job you're applying on, but the German language is the most important issue. But don't be afraid if you don't have it. Just try it out and go ahead, because just by talking, you can show what your capabilities are. That's the one thing. The other thing is, for example, what we were looking for at our place here is the person we wanted to have has a special degree in coaching. And do they have experience in healthcare? Do they have experience in coaching in other companies, which would be an advantage? Did they already work with customers? Can they work under pressure? And are they result-oriented? This is what we were looking for. And do they share the values of the mission that we have? But what you don't find, and this is almost the most important thing, is, and you never find it in the written part of the job, what is your personality, and does your personality fit, and how motivated are you? So this is what you have to show, and the question is, how can you show that? Next slide. So the candidate's profile, that was, yes, she showed Ukrainian and she showed Russian capabilities. She had German B2, she had English B2, she had coaching, engineering, and economy coaching experience, training experience, work with clients, and the Power Hub Zug experience. And what is in red now is that what really mattered. It mattered that she knows Ukrainian and Russian, that she speaks German, the language, the level was another thing, because this she had to prove. The coaching experience, she had to prove. The HR experience, that wasn't very important. And the experience in Power Hub Zug. So did she already work with refugees? And the most important on her profile was her performance, and the performance, and that we can feel her personality, and that we can feel her motivation, and how she can cope with problems, like, for example, with the presentation that we have now. Can she still smile? And yes, she can. And by the way, she called. And by calling, we talked. And by talking, we saw that she can manage problems, like, as I said, with this presentation that we have now. Problems is already normal. It's every day. Everybody has problems. But how do you cope with it? And how do you go over it? And how cool do you remain in critical situations?
Go away to the next slide.
Yes, yes. So what really was important, why this application was considered, is the fit between the requirement and the profile and the performance. And this is an important thing, and you only can get that when you have the possibility of trial. So if you go somewhere and you stay there for a half a day or a day, then you can really show how good you are and what capabilities you really have. Because on a paper or on a telephone discussion, this is one thing. Paper is one thing. This telephone discussion is the next level, and the trial is the king level.
Advices.
Yeah, let's go to another topic, which is on the CV. A lot of people don't really, no, I say it different. if you really want that a CV, which is just a piece of paper, will be taken into serious consideration, there are some really important things that you have to take care of. And this is the most important thing is the photo. And it is the photo and it is the photo. So if you have a good photo which has a positive aura, and if this really comes in a way that the people say, oh yeah, I like to talk with this person, then this is one thing. And the next thing is very important. Does the person fit to the requirement, to the team, to the image of the employer? All this you decide while you're looking on the photo. Is there a match? Yes or no? Because every mankind is judging by his eyes, and the photo tells him a lot of things, a lot of stories about the person behind. And so this photo has to be a real one, not a faked one, which is very important. And it tells a story. And this is important when you do photos. When you come to the CV structure, there are several things that you really have to look at. Make it short, make it precise, and make it clear. A lot of people try to talk a story, a book about whatever, but nobody wants to read this. This is just short 3-4 sentences that the people, they took a glance on the CV, are interested in. They don't have time, maybe 20, maybe 30 seconds, that they decide, maybe 10, to go into the CV or not. So these little time that he opens for this CV has to be used in a good way. So the most important things have to be on top of the CV, and should meet the expectations, should give a solution to the employer's problem, which is an issue, because how do you find out the employer's problem? So there you should do a lot of research and ask good questions if ever you get in contact with them before you send the CV.
Okay, and then we go to the slide about PowerHub Zug program that we help with all these questions, which was already showed in our presentation. Marina, would you like to say something?
Yes, thank you, Micha, for your tips and this that you told us about the most important thing that we need to have on our CVs. And I would like to say that in our mentorship program and PowerHub Zug, we cover all these questions. So we have a 3 months program that includes webinars and one-to-one session with the mentors where we cover the question about how to prepare your best CV, how to prepare your best motivation letter, how to prepare to interview, and also to prepare your pitch. So you have opportunity to prepare for all the topics that you need to cope with when you are searching for a job. And I'm happy to announce that we are now open the registration for a 6th wave of our PowerHub Zug program. It will start in February next year, and you now will have the link to register in the chat to our program. So you are all very welcome, and you can also share with your this information that we are starting the registration. Yes.
Let me also to say that perhaps program it's not only about webinars, seminars, one-to-one meetings and other. I would like to say that it's about supporting all part of our life here in Switzerland, because I was I took part in a program on a second wave, and my motivation was growing by my mentor, and it was really cool. It was really supportive. It was really that thing which helps me to find a job here in Switzerland. So we move weiter. Sorry, I'm not switching up from German.
It's okay.
So about interview, and Micha, please know about what is important during the interview to show.
The interview is one of the most important, or if I say the most important moment in your application, and it is something which should be prepared really in a very concentrated way, because in this interview there are several issues which will be checked. The language knowledge, for example, it is really not important what you wrote in your papers, what level you have, but how can you survive in this 60 minutes or 90 minutes when you're in a discussion with somebody who is talking to you in his mother tongue and not in yours. So if not being afraid there and really show your capability of coping in a language which is not your own is the most important. And nobody has a problem if you don't find the right words. It doesn't matter. But to show this ability, I can learn if I'm not able, and I can, even with my knowledge that I have now, have a good result in this discussion. This is what the other person wants to see. He wants to see you selling yourself. And the most important thing is that this good knowledge is needed in exactly this moment. So the knowledge that you have in this moment in the discussion, that decides whether he wants to go on with you. And so this level has to have a level that the other guy accepts. He has to accept it. That's all. And he has to be fine with it. That's all, no matter what is written on the paper. Because the second thing is even more important, that's the motivation. If you say I am motivated, then you really have to show that you are motivated, because success is what is important. So can you prove your motivation, for example? This is a very important issue that you discuss, for example, a case study with the interviewer, that you talk about whatever they just have as a project, and that you jump into detail and have the right questions and have the right discussion level. So then the other person gets a good feeling. And a third topic which is important is how cooperative and how flexible are you when it comes then to the next steps after such an interview.
Could I let me add something here about interview, because it's stay in my my brain, and it's like some funny story, because I remember how I show my motivation. During the interview, I got a question about how to cope with 5 meetings per day. I remember that I was working as a HR manager, and it was a period in my work experience when I should hold 6-7 interviews during the day, and I hate this time really. But when Miha asked me about 5 interview, I guess okay, it's a little bit less. So yes, I really can cope with that, and no matter that I was younger for 10 years when I hold 6-7 interviews per day, but now 5, it's okay for me. So we have to move ahead. And what about the employment process?
Yeah, this is a crucial point when you come from the status S, because until today, this is always a big issue, because if you don't get this permission, you cannot work. And the no by the authorities here in Zurich is very much linked to several how can I say, subjects. The one thing is low salary. The reason is that they want to preserve abuse, so they don't want that you work with a very low salary. So that's why they're looking quite severe and on this issue. So this can be a problem. The inconsistency between your position level and your job experience can be a problem, and the inconsistency between the salary level and the position level. So there again, for the salary, you have 2 issues. Not only that it doesn't have to be too low. On the other side, it has to meet the experience level that you self do have. And this is the authorities that are looking on that, which is the funny thing. It is of course less the employer, but the authorities. It is getting better now, but it still is an issue. So coming to a very important time apart from the employer is the expectations that an employer has during the very important probation period. The employer is only doing one thing. He's observing you, and he wants to find out, is it a fit or no fit to motivation, and to the motivation of the candidate, and a fit to the team. And the fit to the team is very, very crucial. And how long does it take that the candidate performs, that the level of his work has a level where he says, okay, this is what we need. So these are the 2 things that he looks from day one. And you only have one chance to really do the best from the first day on, and continue, by the way, after the probation period as well, because you only have 1 month that after that you're covered if you don't continue with your motivation after the contract is going is leaving the probation period. Then you would leave the the company as well. So once the performance is there, it has to be on a good level. This is quite demanding. I think Vera can talk about that. But yes, that's the way it goes in companies.
About motivation, about yes, for me it was just one aim to stay for work here, because it was offered me firstly internship, and I really like to do this job, and that's why my probation period was, I hope so, full of good job. So I strive to do that. It really was important for me. And also, if you would like to hear about how it was from my side, this employing process, I can say, but if you would like to ask a question, I ask about that yet now participants. If you have a question, so we go to the question. How do you say? Would you like to hear from me something, or maybe we go to questions?
Yeah, Vera, I think it will be interesting to hear from you, and we have enough time to go to questions. Yeah, please tell us.
Okay. So the position was found in LinkedIn, and I have to say the LinkedIn is a cool resource for searching, because there is a lot of vacancies which you will not find anywhere more. Just because sometimes it is requirement to share than in job portals and something else. So on LinkedIn there is opportunity to apply it, with easy apply, and I applied. I do that, but there we are able to download only one document. And then I connect to the person who posted this position and ask about the opportunity to enhance my application with another documents. And also among these documents was reference letter from PowerHub Zug. At that moment, when I was a participant of PowerHub Zug, was only letters. Right now we give the most successful participant some certificate. I guess it's like something what you have done in Switzerland, and you can show with this tool your motivation and also your striving to find a job here in Switzerland. So yes, I was happy, and this person answered me. It was Micha, and I sent all my application. But yes, I had some doubts, because in my case, my profile was matched with requirements for 50-60%. Yes, you have seen that. It's job description and description of profile. It's really my profile and job description which was posted. But I am HR from my previous experience, and I know exactly that never your profile should be matched with position profile for 100%. Also, always is described some angel who who would like to be on this position from the employer, but it's never be so. And about German, yes, I saw that C1 is required, and I said, okay, it will be so maybe in 1 year. Sorry, but I would like to learn German with you. And yes, now I learn every day, because German is really important. I always say that German here in German-speaking part of Sweden, it is like entry ticket on a job market. It's really very important, because I had to rejection do my German level. That's why, please improve your German every day and everywhere. So then was interview, and interview was horrible because it was in German again. Yes, what I have to say, I know exactly what would like to hear employer interviewer on during the interview, and I know a lot of questions which could be asked, and I know a lot about that. I hold a lot of interviews, and I prepared, but I don't know exactly if that helps me, because only one question which was expected was asked from the list expectation. So yes, of course, for this question I answered, I hope, beautiful, but for the answer question, I just used the words which I learned before during my preparation for improvisation, and was answering for the question. Yes, it was hard, I have to say. It was really difficult, but then was the probation day. Yes, and also in our company works another coaches with Russian-speaking coaches, and it was a little bit easier. But when I saw all documentation, program interface in German, I thought that I had doubts if I can cope with that. But no choice. You have to go ahead, and then was after this probation day was a horrible period when I was waiting for an answer. There is no answer. There was no answer, but in some period I found updated position in LinkedIn again, and I understand I have to do something. First thing was okay. It was it was already with you. You had a lot of rejection, so stay and relax. But now I how to say, I was not ready to give up. In this case, I decided to go, and I wrote the letter about my motivation, and then was one more interview, but it was already in English, and it was easier, I have to say. But yes, I've got an offer in a day after my last interview, exactly in evening. But it was a proposition for internship. Yes, I was a little bit disappointed, but I made so much efforts. That's why I guess I think it was no choice. I have to accept this and to show in my probation period all my skills, all my motivation, all what I can do, and all what I will learn in the future. And I started the work. It was 5 months of my probation, not probation, internship, and then it was normal employment, job agreement, and so that's why please don't give up. Show your motivation, and even if you have doubts, these doubts don't have to stop you. If you want really this job, if you know that you can cope with task, with requirements, and you like that, make a call, write another letter, something. I don't know. We are Ukrainians here, stay in a very competitive job market. It's really hard to get employment here. That's why we have to make something more than easy application.
Maybe I should add some thoughts to this.
Yes,
when an employer is looking for a candidate, he always wants the best candidate on the market, of course. And during the process, the hiring process, I wouldn't say that you will be deceived. That's not the case. But you are faced the reality, and the reality is that you have to make choices. If you don't get everything that you wanted that a candidate should bring, what is the priority that the candidate should bring? And we had the priority here, for example, that the language skill is quite an issue. And it still is an issue. So of course, then we said no to all the candidates who, to our opinion, weren't at the stage that we needed their knowledge of German. And with Vera, that was the case. She was not in the level on the requirements, so we could not offer her a normal contract. It's impossible. So because the knowledge was an issue. But what we then were thinking of, and that was the funny thing after the second discussion with some responsible guy here in English, the discussion in English, he said, well, I'm not sure if I understood everything she said, but I felt her motivation. And that was the key, that this motivation is something that could overcome hurdles and problems as you have every day. For example, with language or of course, there's a certain level needed, and here is a certain level. But with languages, you have more skills today with all the translation programs, etc. So that can help. It does not help in a discussion, but it helps in letters and so on. But this does a person really wants this position? Is this person capable of fulfilling the requirements on a level so that the targets are met. This is the question that which in a hiring process comes in mind of the employers, and he will always have this question in his head when he listens and when he watches candidates. He will always have this question: is it capable? Is he motivated? Will he stay? Will he hang? How will he cope with problems? And so on. And so, yes, like Vera says, if you don't give up and you show your motivation and that you're really interested in, and you have a certain level of capacities that the other one is looking for, you have a chance.
Thank you. Thank you, Micha, for your comments, and thank you, Vera, to share your inspiring story. I think it was, it gives a lot of thoughts and tips to others. So, thank you both. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marina. I hope we was able to inspire people not give up and go ahead. Really, maybe you didn't hear something new for your job-seeking process, but this is as confirmation from employment side. That what is really important. So now I guess we have to make cool photo.
Yes, sure. I will switch. If you can, please switch
Do I
to
have
your
to?
cameras.
Do I have to stop sharing?
No,
my
it's
screen?
okay. I just switched to another part. Yes, thank you. Great, thank you. And now we have time for questions. Yes, earlier. So yeah, Valeria, thank you for being here. Thank you. And you can write down your question in chat, or you can unmute and ask directly. We're here, and we got some question in our
Registration form.
So we maybe can start with them. I can write down them in the chat and read it loud. So turnabout. Good question. Do companies or HRs professionals have concerns about hiring people with S status? If so, why? Miha, can you say a few words?
Yes, I maybe talked about it already a little bit. The most important problem is that they say that the employers think there is this threatening termination data of the status, which is beginning of 2026. So they are afraid of taking people in for just one year now, 1.5 years. So this can be a problem, but you should face this issue from the beginning and discuss about that, because if you discuss about that, then you better know their feelings, and then you can maybe find a solution. Because if you have a job, my experience is you will not be sent away to Ukraine back unless you want. But my feeling is if you have a good job, then nobody sends you away. The question is, how do you get it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now we know the information from government that even if people would be employed, they have only 20 months to stay after stop status S.
but then you're coming closer to change your status. We just discussed
Hopefully.
it. Yeah, we just discussed this with Fachstelle Integration, and this is something that we are really looking for. The longer you are here, the longer you are employed, the bigger is the chance that you then can change the status.
Oh,
Stick to it and keep to it. We are working from our side. I'm very closely in discussion with Fachstelle Integration to exactly about this. Is there a possibility of changing the status once you have a job? And yes, there will be possibilities.
wow. Thank
So
you.
we will believe you, Micha.
Yes.
I'm always fighting for it.
Yelena, I see you unmuted. Do you want to ask your question?
I want. Hello,
Sure.
team. If I can in English, yes, I want to ask about my situation that I'm now staying in Italy and I graduated Italian universities and I come back. I was born in Kyiv, so I come back to Kyiv. And when the war is started, I again come back to Italy. So my question is, I speak Italian, I speak English, and I want to go to Ticino. But if it's possible to get not status S, to get a working just visa, and to how what chance I have to find a job with this visa without status S? Thank you.
Could I ask, or could I answer for this question? As I know, right now for Ukrainian people who comes with already with job agreement, also provided this is providing the status S. That's why I'm not sure about the ways, but you have to. If nobody heard about that cases like this, like yours, you have to try, I guess.
Because I can say that if I'm right, that after Italian permesso di soggiorno, if we say they not allowed you, Switzerland not allowed you to get the status S, if I am right. So
Yes.
if I move from Italy, I go to Switzerland, they can say that, okay, you are safe, you are in Italy, so you cannot take another status. So I want to get like basic maybe visa, like working just, and this is what I really want to find, a job in economic sphere, because I'm for now, yes, I'm looking this, but I see that it's hard, but as people, and you said that motivation is the best situation, because my language is also Italian, I can speak, but very hard to find a job because they see that you're Ukrainian and they are say, oh no, in the letter when they answered.
The same here in Switzerland. I have to say also that our the market for Ukrainians here in Switzerland is I guess 30% from the all market job market in Switzerland. It's due to loyalty to our status or to Ukrainians. It could be a lot of reasons why some employers don't consider this our applications. And your field, economical and financial field, is most competitive here in Switzerland, because there is a lot of professionals here in Switzerland from another countries, from Great Britain, from Germany, from I don't know, from USA and other countries, and they are really skilled. They know a lot of languages, and yes, it's really hard, but it's possible, I have to say. We have in Power Hub too, we have some successful cases with employment also in banks in these fields. But the people was really heart in their with their wish to find here a job. And also, what I have to say, to get another status, it's really easier to marry.
No, okay, okay, but
it's just in the case, just to know all opportunity.
No, stereotypically yes, but I want to ask a last question about. I need your advice because if, for example, they don't answer for a long time in the messenger and so on, if it's possible, for example, to come to some companies and face to face go in to ask about the job, or it's more privacy, they don't like it, or how it's in your opinion?
It's really hard question because you have to hold balance in everything.
Maybe
I
Micha
also
can comment. Vera, sorry.
yes, of course.
I also can okay, I can switch on the video. One moment.
Oh yeah, thank you, Elena.
Super, thank you. It's more better to see you, Elena.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe it's better to come and speak with them just face to face and say it like, oh, you don't answer, maybe my letter is very, very far away from your Gmail or something like that.
You need to show your abilities, and this is the best. When they are open to talk with you, try it out. Ticino is different, and if you are fluent in Italian, what you are, and you have something to offer, then give it a try.
Okay. I go.
That's the best way.
After tomorrow, I took the ticket already. I go.
Yes, it's could help.
Yeah, I also it will be on Wednesday the business conference in Lugano, so I took the tickets once to try. They do like marketing and business, just modern in every spheres, what they can say. So I think also when you are trying, I want to say to another people that you need to try, you need to be active, you need to have, of course, skills, not only be active, but I think with the good luck, you can do everything.
Yes, of course, and events, it's a really helpful thing in every job seeking.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena, for your question. We have also the question in our chat from Raman. Raman, I can read aloud. How to write in CV correctly? Swiss work permit or S status to show from the beginning the special work permission? Micha,
S status is known, is the common way to show it, but of course you can write Swiss work permit. This looks very marketing. So
yes,
it's up to you. S status is the common way.
Thank
But
you.
be creative.
I am.
yes,
Thank you.
and I guess it's some chance to show your motivation, because if you're rejected on the stage when you only applied, you already have no chance to speak with somebody, or maybe, and if they rejected due to status to Swiss work permit, it's a way to maybe. I hope so.
and
I wrote in my application always status S.
We had also one good question in our form regarding the events. So I will send it. How important is networking for job hunting in Switzerland? Do you have any tips or finding tips on finding networking opportunities? So yeah. What do you think?
Networking is not important at all.
Really?
That was a
Really?
joke. That was a joke. But the big problem is, what is the right networking? Because just going on an event where you don't know anybody, that's really a cold case. You have to be very fit and drink a lot of wine to have enough courage to do all these discussions, because if you just go from table to table and say, hello, my name is Marina, look at me, I'm really the best you can have, that is a big problem, because the question is going around finding out what discussion is just who is there, what are they discussing about, and then can you join this discussion with a good question or whatever. That takes a lot of time. And so you better choose your events, and even more is thinking about your already existing network. I mean, you surely will know friends of yourself, or the neighbor, or I don't know who is maybe in an interesting position already, who might help you, and that networking is the most important. Can you help anybody with something for him? Can you do him a favor? Is this something that you can do for other people? That is the networking which is really useful, but it takes time. So you have to have deep breath for this. Or I mean, what Vera, for example, has been doing with PowerHub Zug. She's engaged. She's doing something. She's trying to help other people. And whatever you do this, if it is in a church or in your community where you live, in your city, etc., go out and try to help other people, and that's the most important, most efficient way to get into a network that really is worth the word network.
I would like to add something about networking. Firstly, my network experience here in Switzerland was in spring 2023. It was, I guess, yes, it was some event in HR field. And I just only add people in my LinkedIn network. After this event, my contacts was increased for 50%, I guess, and I start to see another position in LinkedIn. It was really useful. So as a minimum, you can do that. And from my experience about recommendation from my network, it doesn't work, because I was recommended for one position, but it was not in time. I wasn't ready. So if you try to get some recommendation from some your friends, or maybe relatives, or maybe somebody else, you have to know that you are ready to do that job that you really want right now to start. Because in my case, it was so that I only finished my German course on level A2, I guess. Yes, and one really cool position was proposed to me, but I failed my interview in German. It was really hard on such level, so I wasn't ready. When another position was me recommended in a chocolate factory. I'm not able to work there because shift start in, I guess, half 5:30. Yes, and I have a child. I have to bring her in school. That's why it was not possible. And the last my experience, I recommended my client to my friends, not friends, closely people, and he rejected this proposition. I was furious, really, and I promised not doing something like that anymore. So do that. Networking is useful. Networking could help, but do it carefully. Do it with, I don't know how to say, розсудливо українською. You have to know with which position could exactly this person help, and what you can to propose them.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for your thought. Thank you to share. And we have one more question in our chat from Olga. She asked, do we help people personally with looking through their CVs? I think it's this question can be on our Power Hub Zug program, and I can say that we have webinars on thema CV, how to build the correct CV, and also on the mentoring one-to-one session, you can then send the CV to your mentor, and the mentor can give you advices how to do it better. Am I right, Vera?
Yes, of course. Yes. My best CV was completed with Power Hub Zug.
Yes. So in this way, we can help, like, personally, let's say, to make the CV, but it's also the biggest part is the on the participant shoulder. So it's not that we are doing the CV for the participant, but yeah, we can
help
give
with that.
advice, but yeah, still it's your.
Yes, your job seeking process, it's only your job. You have to make CV, you have to like this, your application, you have to find a job proposition offers, you have to do always all of that steps you have to make yourself. And some people are waiting for the help, like take my hand and bring me to employer. No, it doesn't work.
Maybe the question from our registration form, I think is also a good one. Okay, so we have a few more in our chat. I will yeah, so first from the chat and then from the registration form. I'm sorry, it's more
Sorry, I have also a question.
yeah, sure.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I have the first question for Miha is, could you please describe the culture of your company?
Of our company?
Yeah.
It's like a fairy tale. It's really cool.
We are young and we don't have any fear. No, I mean, we think it is, we are really interested we really love our job. I think that's the best description. We really love our job, and we do everything for this, and we do it together. So we have a very, very good team spirit. Everybody's working together, but I mean, even internationally, we have good exchanges with other countries as well. And we try to find the best way to help our candidates to find a job. And that's how we do it. And I don't know, Vera, am I close to it?
I guess yes. The most important that all of our colleagues know exactly what they have to do. And Ingeus in Zurich is not so big. We are close to each other and always ready to help. But I know that it's really a cool вибачте, забула слово почва. Ground for the growing and for the build of really good corporative culture. And also I have to say that in Germany, Ingeus office more large, and they have a strong structure, and it's look like really supportive and warm environment with really good corporate culture. I can say that exactly because I have done that in my previous position. I can value the environment inside the company.
This answered your question?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was nice to hear. But I also have another question. For example, what you can say about transferable skills? For example, if I have not any experience in HR from one side, but from another, I have my own company in Ukraine. So actually, I choose the right people to my company. And also, I was not coach manager, but I was a head of sales department. So I always coach some people and made a sales training. Is it good for you or no?
I understand, Nadia. You would like to be invited for the interview in Ingeus, yes?
Why not? I have intensive German course now.
Which level right now?
B1.
Sorry, it's not enough.
But I already finished highest guy in university.
What you have to say in this moment? What I was told about that. Sorry, I will learn German with you. Yes. Yes, it's a good idea, but I don't know. I was really not sure about my capability to do the job, because I was a long time in another side of the table. So, but you have to try. If you know how goes the recruiting process, how to do the interviews, and how to find the best candidates, you can try to work in HR field. But here in Switzerland, HR field it's really complicated with laws. You have to know a lot. And maybe only one part of this field is open for us. It's recruiting. And recruiting, it's really also a cool thing, but it could be strange, and it could be a way to burn out. Sorry, but it's really so, because if we make that in if it's position in a mass recruiting, it's when you have to employ a lot of people right now, it's could be really difficult. I would like not to do such job. It's my advice, it's my experience, it's my personality, but I share just that. Don't think that I have to say, I would like to say, do that or do another. Not.
Okay, from other side, how you can help me to find a job in Switzerland? I need to send you my CV or how it works, step by step.
Step by step in our company.
That's the way
Ingeus.
of a coaching session, which takes quite a while. Yeah.
Thank you, Micha.
And by the way,
I don't really understand what's the next step. For example, if I want you find a job for me, I need to send you my CV or what to do, or go to a Power
no, the
Hub
next
to
step is
I
mean Power Hub Zug is working on a let's put it in a different way. When you come to Ingeus, somebody pays for that. It's normally the social department where you are in your city that sends you then, for example, to Ingeus. Then they pay for a coaching, which is 3 or 6 months, and during this period, then you do this coaching concept. And if you have I don't know exactly the way that Power Hub Zug is doing that, but partially they do parts of that. But the whole process from the beginning to the end, that normally, therefore, you need a coaching company, as there are several.
Yes, exactly. Well, for me, the time of uprising time, valuation, I don't know how to say, of new person who is coming for the job coaching, it's 2 months. I consider all opportunities, I consider all skills, and only after that I can say where it will be possible to find a job for this person. And it's always one-to-one. And in Power Hub Zug, we doing something like that, but mostly our participants should be more independent, so they should should be able to build the strategy for this for their aims by themselves. It's really important, and motivation in Power Hub Zug, it's one of the point why you will be invited in program or not. We make interviews, and if you would like to take part, you have to be really motivated to find a job in Switzerland. Because Power Hub Zug is non-profit organization, and we would like to help there where it's needed.
Thank you, Vera.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nadia, for your questions. And Vera, I think we need to go slowly to end because our time is got to end also. Thank you, Micha.
I just would like to say that if you go to Ingeus site, you can find some cool.
Do you have some
cool
QR
fields
code or maybe a link to Power Hub Zug and
Yes, I try to move my presentation, but it's really would like to not work. They're waiting for the next question.
Yeah, I think it's Just one last. I have a few questions about is it more problematic to find a job with for children, or is it if you have experience or don't have a diploma, how you can you apply? I can say that a lot of these topics we are discuss on our webinars and Power Hub Zug program, so you can register to our program and take a part, and we cover really a lot of questions and have a lot of experience. So Vera, do you up with the presentation?
Yes,
we
it's
have
moved already, and I guess you see right now on your screens
No,
the
we
QR codes.
No, we
No?
see only our, you are not share the
Mm.
screen.
And how it's right now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
So please
super, thank you.
follow
Yes.
us, follow Power Hub Zug, follow Ingeus,
you.
and once again, thank you very much to all that you are were here. Thank you, Miha, for your presentation. Thank you, Vera, for your story, really inspiring story. And yeah, we also have in chat a lot of good words about our webinar. So I was glad to have it today.
And
Great.
let me please to say something, because I
Yeah,
guess
sure.
we have our participants from the fifth wave. We have.
Yes, we have a few.
Dear participants, please fill out the feedback form. Please, you already have that on your emails. We really need that. We really